All right, we're here with Will Formato, wrestled 145 pounds this past weekend, Super 32. Just talk a little bit about your preparation for the tournament and kind of what you were doing leading up to it to prepare for this.
I was wrestling 4 or 5 days out of the week. I had personal trainer Tuesday and Thursday, and then I wrestled Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays for at least 2 hours a day, and then an hour with you for privates.
So are we doing more drilling in preparation, live, or a combination of both? How did your conditioning get up to par for this tournament?
For the most part, we did drilling to work on technique and stuff, but I did live with some pretty tough kids to make sure I was willing to keep up the pace for the entire match length. And as for most of the tournament, I felt pretty well paced. I wasn't too tired in any match at all, except maybe my first match, sluggish from cutting a little weight.
Yeah, so PA kid to start out, looked like you got the first takedown. Just talk a little bit about that first match and kind of what happened there and what you learned from wrestling some of these kids, up north, stuff that they do different from maybe kids that you normally see in Georgia.
As for the first match, I felt a little strange. I had a lot of energy, but my body wasn't used to it. I'd been cutting for a few weeks. But the first takedown was pretty clean. I felt pretty good about it. And then second period, I made a mistake that pretty much cost me the match. But after that match, I felt really strong. I felt pretty well paced out with my stamina and how I was wrestling. And the main thing I really noticed with not just people who won the tournament and were on the championship side, but from all over from California, is their pace and their ability to keep, because they already have base technique that's incredible, but they're able to keep that technique going, pushing forward for the whole 6 minutes. And that's what makes them different from the kids in Georgia and other kids that were in the tournament that didn't place as high.
Right. So as far as what you take out of it and what you're going to do moving forward now, what do you think you most need to work on, and what kind of motivation did you possibly get from this tournament that can kind of carry you into the beginning of our season?
I think a big part that I learned is urgency within positions. If you don't finish on some of the best kids, you're not going to score. And if you got to finish quick, and you got to take opportunities and not take bad opportunities. You got to be willing to set yourself up for points, and you got to keep the pace going. If you slow down even a second, they're going to capitalize on it, and that's where I lost my first match. And you just got to constantly be willing to wrestle the entire 6 minutes and not stop at all.
So we lose the first one, you come back, you win 4 in a row. Just kind of talk about that mindset of you lose first round in a bracket that's got 128 kids in it, massive bracket. You have to come back after losing second round there. Kind of what's your mindset as a wrestler as you start to move your way back? Because 4 in a row, you got off to a good start there. Kind of just talk a little bit about that and what you need to do as far as mindset with that situation.
I think you got to just accept it and let it go. I mean, I lost the first match. There was nothing I could do about that, and I wasn't going to drive all the way to North Carolina to go 0-2. There was no way, and so you just got to be willing to wrestle back. I know kids who have wrestled back 7 matches and made it to placement rounds, and I mean, if that's what you got to do, you just got to do it, and you got to keep winning and keep fighting. If you give up, then that just says a lot about your character, and you just got to keep fighting.
All right, man. Hey, great job, good tournament. Hopefully we'll transition into the season here, and got anything else for us?
Not really. That was it.
All right, man.
Go Bucks.